of Reb Elimelech and his brother, Reb Zusha? Yeah? Okay. Well, you're gonna love this one. Once upon a time, about 200 or so years ago, the holy Reb Elimelech of Lezhensk and his brother, Reb Zusha, before they were widely known across Europe, used to travel from town to town disguised as beggars. One night, they found themselves in a small town in Poland. Arriving in this small town, they had nowhere to sleep. No inn was taking any new customers, and on top of that, there was a curfew. A local officer, patrolling the streets, found the two brothers and arrested them, throwing them into a shared cell. Spending the night and waking up the next morning, the two brothers began to prepare for Shacharis, when they realized in the middle of the room there was a latrine. How were they supposed to pray in a room with a toilet that had this terrible odor? What were they supposed to do? Reb Elimelech began to be really sad and started crying, and looked over to his brother and said, "Zusha, what are we to do? We can't pray in this room." Zusha looked at his brother and smiled. "Brother, the same Shulchan Aruch that tells us that we must daven Shacharis every single day also tells us that if we're in a situation where we're unable to pray, such as a room with a foul odor, that is the halacha that we must listen to. Have we ever gotten a chance to be able to fulfill such a halacha? This is the first time we get to do this." And with that, Elimelech had a massive smile on his face, and the two of them realized this is a chance for us to be able to fulfill a halacha we've never been able to follow. And with that, the two brothers got up from their beds and with great fervor began to dance and sing and clap, dancing around the latrine. Their fellow cellmates began to stare out of their cells, waking up from the loud dancing and clapping, and began to even join them, singing and dancing in their own cells. The warden, the officer, the same one that arrested them, came to one of the cells next to Reb Zusha and Elimelech and asked the local cellmate, "What's with all the ruckus? Why is everyone singing and dancing?" And the cellmate shared the story with the warden, telling him exactly what was taking place. Snickering from the story that he had just heard, the officer went to Zusha and Elimelech's cell, grabbing the latrine and throwing it out of the prison, laughing at them, saying, "Let's see if this solves all your problems." Which in fact, it absolutely did, because now that the latrine was gone from their cell, Zusha and Elimelech were now able to daven Shacharis. They were able to pray the morning prayers. No matter where we are, no matter what we're going through, tough times or good times, we are exactly where Hashem wants us to be.